Hello, welcome to Scott Bryant's Fitness Systems. Thank you for clicking on the video. And this video is all about me saying a big thank you to everyone that liked, subscribed to the YouTube channel, people that have commented on the couple of videos that I put up, and the people that sent me texts, calls and messages to my inbox, which has been absolutely brilliant. I didn't think I'd get anything, but I have, which I'm really, really pleased about. And I'm going to talk about a case history where the Chek system really helped with this really special client that I had. And then I'm going to talk about pricing and marketing and how you can really make really big money. So I was chatting to a trainer earlier on today, and they really didn't get the support they should have done. So I'm going to hopefully help them with this video, and you can comment down below. So big thank you to everyone that commented, texted me, phoned me, called me, and emailed me, and commented on the videos. And then the next thing is about my case history of this client. So this client, absolutely really, really beautiful personality, really wonderful person. But they were having issues with grieving. And they filled out the paperwork perfectly, and I was really pleased about that. And then I decided to do the Chek assessment with other bits that I add to it now. And then I could feel that something wasn't right. So I just said, look, you're up for me doing woo-woo stuff on you? And she laughed. And she went, okay. And she got a bit emotional, and I did as well. I get emotional with my clients. I can't help that. And because I'm quite a loving guy, even though I've got this hard exterior. And so I did this woo-woo healing on her, which I learned from the Institute and from my shaman that I worked with for 2 years. And it worked. But during the healing, I realised that she needed a bit more help. And there's a bark flower remedy I recommended. And I muscle tested her, make sure it made her strong. Then I done some other stuff with it. And then I said to her, like, take it twice a day. And I bought it myself. I didn't tell her to go out and buy it. I went and bought it myself. So she was getting loving energy from me and my power as a, healer type person. So after 10 days, the issue wasn't there anymore. And then when I dowsed, which we got taught on HLC2, HLC2, because then I went to San Diego to study the rest. It worked. It was amazing. It really worked, and it was such a joy to see it work on another client, and she's now doing amazing, which is really, really good. And she's not got that issue like she had before, which is really, really good with bark flower remedy, flowers. And it really, really worked. So we're going to talk about this next thing, which is double your price. I thought it wasn't reading the book properly because I've done a couple of videos, but then I watched the video and it says what the book is, and there's the author. There's the book, there's the author. So if you buy this book, it's about 22 quid. I bought it from, is it called Foyles in Tottenham Court Road? And I go up to books, and I've got Talk This Technique by Paul again, where you can talk to your soul and ask it whether you should do it or not, and whether you should buy the book, blah, blah, blah. And it works. So I bought the book, excellent information in there, and I'll give you a brief overview. So if you're not charging enough, you're always going to be chasing your own tail, for one. Two, if you're not charging enough, you're never going to feel fulfilled in yourself. And if you're not charging enough, you're always going to feel lack. And you're always going to feel that there's a deficit with your clients, as in, I'm giving that client so much, but they're not paying me what I really need or really want. So it's really important for you to get your rate at the right rate. And I believe if you've got more than 4 or 5 years experience and you've got a couple of Chek courses under your belt, you should be minimum £90 to £100 an hour. And if you're less than that, you're doing yourself. Yeah? So when you are at that rate, because of tax has gone through the roof, national insurance has gone through the roof, and cost of living has gone through the roof, you can still live the same type of standard. Does that make sense? And you'll find that your clients will respect you more, do more, because they've all put their rates up for their businesses and people that they're working for, or they might be running their own business. But in the book, it talks about, you know, prestige watches. So if you had a Rolex and you had a Casio, and you had a Rolex, a Casio, and you had a Tag Heuer. So a Tag Heuer retails at £1,000, £1,000 for that watch. Okay, so if a watch is £1,000 and another watch is £12 and another watch is £3,000, if you had the money, which one would you go for? It'd be the £3,000 watch, wouldn't it? Does that make sense? And this is what the high value clothes shops do, like Hugo Boss, sometimes Nike, and say North Face, which I'm a big fan of. I like their stuff. So North Face, a pair of shorts is £50 to £70, which is a lot of money for a pair of shorts with a little logo on, you know. But the way they look at it, if they sell 5 shorts instead of 20 shorts, they're still making the same money. And if the shop is empty for a day, they're still making the same money when it's full up the following day. Does that make sense? So with the Rolex watch, if you get it fixed, it will cost you £200 to £300. If you get the Tag Heuer watch fixed, it will cost you £240 or £100. And if you get the Casio watch fixed, you can put a battery in it yourself or get the jewelers to do it. Does that make sense or not? So if you're at the highest rate and you know, Google and you know, marketing online, if you're the lowest, you may get lots of clients wasting your time and not committing and giving up and all that. But if you're at your highest, you'll get more congruency and people will stick it out and do it for longer because they value it more. Does that make sense? People always want the person that charges the most. This is what I learned through the Institute and through this book. And this book was saying that if you don't double your price, and if you're not the highest price out there, then you're devaluing your own business. And the chances of your business collapsing is ginormous. And what I say to, you know, any Chek practitioners that get in touch with me that are new, that are deciding to do more courses, and they say, what do you think, Scott? And I just say, have you got a year's salary saved? No. Have you got 6 months saved? No. Don't do a course until you have. Because you don't want bits of paper and then you've got no money in the bank. Because it's not highly recognised like it should be, in my opinion, because it's been going so long. But I've never ever said that it is a bad system. It is a great system. It does work because I've used it on so many different people and got awesome results. That's if they want the awesome results. Remember, it's a mental game as well as a physical game in which to get a client to get results. You know, most people that have lower back pain constantly, it could be the way they're sitting, it could be not enough hydration, it could be the way they're exercising, it could be the way that they're sleeping, it could be so many different things. And this is the thing that I like, what I learned over the years, is that you need to find out every single thing. And when you look at every single thing, you will find that one thing that's causing that issue where you can get rid of the issue. And then you become this person that people go to for results. Does that make sense? So every back pain client I've had, I've got them all out of back pain. I've got them all stronger. Anyone with pain, I've improved it using the system that I've learned. So from that point of view, even though it's not recognised, it does work. And I think that's probably why it's so expensive. Because they know that when you've learned it, you can get some awesome results if you walk your talk and you do it properly, you know. So I'll let you know about a trainer that was charging £200 an hour and he was working out his clients at a gym I was working at. And he had a client that was 3 stone overweight and he was getting him to do kettlebell swings. Would you do that? To get them to lose weight that already was complaining about lower back pain? when 98% of people that do kettlebells who don't have back pain, if they're not doing it properly, will get a disc herniation or start getting like lower back pain because their cores are not strong enough, their breathing patterns out, and loads of other stuff that may be wrong before they even do it because nobody assesses for it. So he was charging £200 an hour, and I'm like, he's charging £200 an hour, and he's been kicked out of the gym. And he bragged about he charged £200 an hour. And when the person said you can't use the gym anymore, he went, do you know who I am? Your business won't like, he started like getting really, really aggressive and stuff like that. And I walked over and he looked round and I went, you're going to carry on. And then he walked out, So really important, charge what you're worth. Because if you don't charge what you're worth, for constantly, you're going to be beating yourself up. And you're not going to give 100% value to that client. And this is how I am. If you pay me what I'm worth, I'll give, instead of giving you 100%, I'm going to give you 150%. Because you're showing that you respect me, for one. Two, you really want to do it. And three, it's great for my ego, So remember that when you're not charging what you're worth, you're going to be constantly beating yourself up mentally. And then on top of that, you're going to be chasing your tail, trying to pay all your bills, and you'll never get in front. And most trainers are chasing for client after client because clients leave, stop, go on holiday, move away, and all these other things happen with people's lives. So if you've got a year's salary saved, you know that you're all right, or even it's 6 months, you got 6 months where you ain't got to worry. And then you could do more marketing to get more bums on seats or get referrals. So I used to have gold, silver and bronze on my website, but I reduced it to gold and silver simply because I was getting questions saying, it's quite confusing, Scott. I don't understand, even though I talk them through it, But now it's really easy to understand and you can go and have a look and check it out. And sometimes you don't have to be set in stone. So if a client was to say to me, Scott, I only want to pay this amount, and say if it's a lot less than my normal rate, I'll go, yeah, fine, book 100 sessions, book 200 sessions. So then that way I'm still getting what I'm worth, but I'm getting it in a bigger package. So I know that they're going to be a consistent, regular client to, correct the issue or help them to the max. On average, in my own experience, using the Chek system takes about a year. And Paul has said the same thing in seminars and stuff, I think. It takes about a year to really change and really improve and see awesome results. Because most people have been working with really bad exercise programs and really bad trainers. Some of them are good, I'd say, what should I say, 50%? It's maybe less than that, I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to piss everyone off. I've already pissed enough people off this week. So charge what you're worth, have a year's salary saved, make sure that you only do courses when you've got 6 months or a year's salary saved. So then that way you can take the hit, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't make the money back. And when it comes to the HLC, charge for level 1. Once you've done level 2, put them both together. And once you've done level 3, put level 3 in with it as well. And then charge a higher rate. Because remember, you're going to be giving your client new knowledge and a new experience. So your rate should either go up, your hourly rate, or you should wait till you get a new client and charge more. Does that make sense? And if you always do, I was chatting to a guy today and he's only doing 10, 20 sessions. So that means you're always asking for money. And I don't like doing that. I would rather them say, right, do a big block booking, get 6 or 7 sessions credited to you at the end once we're finished. And then that way they're getting discount because everyone always wants discount. But don't give it to them in money, give it to them in sessions. So then that way you're not losing anything apart from your time. And that model I've been using for 15, 16 years, I think, maybe longer. The other big mistake most trainers make, just come to me now, is that they don't put their price on their website. Now, lots of people will bounce because some people will think you're trying to rip them off. And that's even high profile, really successful people will think you're trying to rip them off. Yes, you'll get more emails maybe and more inquiries, but why do you want to spend time with a client that's going to waste your time? And when you do tell them, they don't want to work with you anyway. Do you see my point? When I didn't have my price on my website, how much do you charge? Well, if you're asking, you can't afford me. So I'd get, how much do you charge? Then they'd waste like 20, 30 minutes of my time. Then I'd tell them how much I charge. And then they'd go, thank you very much, put the phone down. Whereas now, if somebody was to ring me and go, how much do you charge, Scott? Well, it's on the website. Why haven't you read it? Bye, put the phone down. So make sure, because I know NPE, net profit explosion system that didn't really work. It did for them because they were charging trainers tons of money to do this course, that course, another course, a bit like the Chek model. And what was I saying? I've gone a bit blank. And I've not been smoking anything. I don't smoke anyway, I'm joking. Yeah, so really important. Always get upfront payments. Always block bookings. Give them discount in sessions if they do the block booking to say thank you. Oh, another thing is, what I do all the time, I buy my great clients presents and I don't tell them. I just buy them a gift and just say thank you, you're doing really well, you're really improving, and thank you for rebooking with me. And I might spend £100, £200 because I know I'm going to get £10,000. So spending £100 is nothing, is it? You know, and it's a way of, one of my clients, he loved whiskey, the best whiskey. I think I spent one day £250 on a bottle of whiskey. That was a big hit, but he stayed with me for 6 years. Do you see my point? So when you do that and don't begrudge it, it's a great feeling to see their face. When I gave him his first bottle, because I bought him a few, when I bought him his first bottle, his face, he just couldn't believe it. He referred me clients and everything. Really good guy. I miss him a lot, but you know, these things happen, they move on, they do different things, you know. So that's another thing you do, buy them gifts. Or even take them out for dinner. My clients take me out for dinner. Otherwise, they get 500 press-ups. I'm only joking. No, but they do take me out for dinner, which I really, really like, you know, because you get to know them better. You see whether they chew their food properly or whether they're just throwing it in the gullet. So these are things you must do. Higher your rate as your qualification goes up. Put the HLC together as you do the levels. And only do the levels as you make a profit. Then that way, as you make a profit, it's not a big hit on what you're earning that month or whatever. And if you look at a lot of the courses seem to always run at the quiet times of the year because the people that are running the courses are not making any money neither. And that's why they run the courses at the quiet time of the year, so they make money. But you're not, because you're learning. Does that make sense? But if you're a good marketer and you read double your prices, then you will make some really big money. And when you understand, like I said about the Rolex, the Casio, or the Tag Heuer watch. And the other thing is I want to talk about is image. So when I go to see a client, I've got a big portfolio I take with me. And sometimes the clients go, just tell me the price. I'll just tell them the price. And sometimes a client will look through all of it and then say, I need to have a think about it. Then I've got other clients that go, yeah, I want to sign up, want to do it, just get started. Those are the people I want because they're really motivated. The ones that want to think about it do me head in a little bit because I hate waiting around for them to make up their mind or for them to go, oh, we're going on holiday or we're doing something like that. Oh, that's another thing. When people call you, if you're doing online or they're getting in touch with you, make sure you vet them in the call. So when they call you, go, you're going on holiday soon? Are you getting married? Have you told your girlfriend or your wife or your boyfriend or your lover or whoever that you're looking to work with me? Because these are the questions or the answers. Is it questions or answers? Yeah, these are the questions you need to ask at the beginning so you don't get your time wasted. Because I've had multiple times, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my partner. Oh, I'm going on holiday. I want to start in 3 months' time. Do you see what I mean? So, oh, and another really big red light is when people call you and they go, I'm ringing on the behalf of my brother. I'm ringing on the behalf of my wife. I'm ringing on the behalf of my sister. I go to them, just cut it dead short. Get them to ring me then. Because I'm not working with you, I'm working with them. And I need to talk to them. So then I know it's a big scam straight away. So watch out for that one. What else is there? I think that's about it really. So put your rate up every course. Only do a new course when you've made money on it. Make sure you have 6 months savings or a year so you know that you're going to be okay. And look around for other courses. I did a course, my naturopath course cost me £12. It's recognised by the NHS. It was only £12. But I learnt about B vitamins and how they can enhance and rebalance the body. Then I learnt about Bach flower remedy. Then I learnt about Chinese medicine. Then I learnt about Ayurvedic medicine, which is Indian way of doing stuff. Then I learnt about the benefits of yoga. Then I learnt about how to integrate it all together. Then I learnt about plant remedies when I was talking about the plant remedy I gave that client, that it worked 1000%. So always look around for cheaper courses that cover the same stuff. And the reason why I did that, because one, it was a recap, and two, I like to challenge myself and do something new at least every year. And during COVID, I was so rough, I didn't do anything. I didn't even do anything on my website, you know. And obviously, all the PTs lost their work or they couldn't work with their clients or the clients were telling them, stand outside the shed because you're going to give me COVID. What a load of fucking bollocks. But never mind. Hope you've enjoyed this video. This was 22, 58, 59. And I really enjoy doing these videos. So if there's anything you want me to do a video on, a certain subject or something, comment down below. Please share and like the video. And if there's an area of your Chek business or your personal training business that needs a bit of a brush up, or you're just unsure of what to do, I've got 25 years of experience. I will give you my time for 15 minutes free. I'll always go over. And we can have a good chat. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Peace out. Enjoy the weather, but drink loads of water. Bye.